There was so much in the new Scourge trailer that looked absolutely amazing and left me wanting to jump into the league right now. But for me, one thing stood out over everything else, and that is the new reworked passive tree and masteries system. Hello Exile, you're watching Altek2k Gaming. According to GGG, they've made the tree very close to the original. This means that it should be close enough to the existing tree that the newer players can still follow existing build guides and come to a close approximation. Obviously those build guides will be updated as and when we get the new POB, but I'm still a bit worried that that won't be in time for launch. The new masteries system gives us a lot of options when it comes to optimising future skill trees and creating new unique builds. But not only that, it's made me want to revisit some older ones because some of the masteries are really impactful. Take Wintertide Brand as an example. I played this once, it was so difficult to get going I couldn't level as Wintertide, it was a pain in the ass. So why was this? Previously, when you wanted to get +2 to summon brands, and you also wanted to use Wintertide for clear, you had to come up here to Runebinder, path to the other side of the tree for the extra 2 brand summons, and then you had to go and find the cluster jewel with Holy Conquest, because Holy Conquest was the only way to make Wintertide Brand suitable for clear. The stat of Holy Conquest that made this possible is now available as a mastery on the skill tree. This should mean that we can get all the stuff for Winterbrand much closer together so we're not spreading out all over the place, which means we can focus a lot of the skill points we use for travelling around the tree closer to home for more defences. But not only that, I don't have to wait till I can get a cluster jewel before I can play the skill. I can play it as soon as it's available. Now a quick message from the like button. It likes to be tickled, and it hasn't been tickled in quite a while. Please click it and help it out. The other great thing about masteries is there are potentially a lot of mastery abilities that could only previously be obtained via specific uniques and cluster jewels. This gives us a wealth of new options when it comes to making builds. As part of the rework of the tree, they also removed a lot of the less impactful stuff, which means what we pick from the tree now should be much more meaningful and impactful. So how do the new masteries work? Every cluster that contains a notable will now have a mastery in the centre. Once we get the notable in that cluster, the mastery will unlock, allowing us to spend an extra point to select one of the masteries on offer, and these are available from a list. Once you select one, it will be marked in the list, so when you come across a similarly themed cluster in the future, you won't be able to get it again. But you will be able to pick all the other stuff that synergizes really well with it. I really am massively excited to start playing the new league and can't wait to get my hands on the new tree. The new glow for some reason makes me think of Christmas. I think it makes me think of the glow of Christmas tree lights, which is really odd because I haven't had a Christmas tree in many years. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in starting to design your own builds, I have a guide which talks about how I build around an item. This can be found in the upper left of the screen. To the right, I have a quick guide that talks about common problems with builds and how you can fix them. And with that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.